Conscience Guide Team by Sheepdog and Shepherd.
Conscience Guide Team 3.3 Conscience and Diogenes.
Shepherd, I question your judgment in referring to Diogenes in this episode. Diogenes was a Greek cynic philosopher. The word cynic means dog-like. According to legend, Diogenes urinated on people. You are a witness to the fact that I have never urinated on anyone. I may have been tempted to urinate on sheep, but I refrained.
Diogenes, a Greek cynic philosopher who lived circa 404 to 323 BCE, was best known for taking a lantern and holding it before the faces of Athenian citizens, asserting that he was in search of an honest man. A seer named Habakkuk, writing circa 605 BC, complained to his deity about violence and injustice. A shepherd named David, writing about 400 years earlier than Habakkuk, described how his deity looked down from heaven and saw the corruption in mankind. The cynic philosopher, the seer, and the shepherd all had something in common. All three had an understanding of an innate moral code. It is impossible to have an understanding of evil, violence, or injustice without an innate moral code. The first playlist of this YouTube channel reviewed various law codes instituted for various people in various parts of the world. The similarities among the law codes reinforce the belief concerning an innate moral code. Who or what is the source of that innate moral code? It follows that the source of the innate moral code must be the same as the source for the conscience. Hence the relationship between the innate moral code and the conscience. Your conscience operates on the basis of your innate moral code. If you violate your innate moral code, your conscience will accuse you, regardless of how you try to justify your conduct, behavior, and actions. For example, lying and giving false testimony have become so commonplace that you cannot swing a dead chicken witut hitting a liar or a false witness nowadays. Might one then engage in lying and false testimony without repercussions? Ancient wisdom literature suggests otherwise. Ancient wisdom literature warns how a false witness will not go unpunished, and one who breathes lies will not escape. Conscience operates as law enforcement officer, eyewitness, and judge. As law enforcement officer, the conscience charges the individual with a crime. As eyewitness, the conscience has first-hand knowledge of the facts and circumstances. As judge, the conscience pronounces a verdict of guilty. Have you lied, spread rumors, or given false testimony? If your conscience is mute, perhaps you have made lying and false testimony a part of your nature, with the result that your conscience is seared. On the other hand, if your conscience accuses you, that is a sign of a functioning conscience. In either case, it is not too late to read what the seer Habakkuk wrote on violence and injustice, or what the shepherd David wrote on corruption and mankind.
With special acknowledgement to our references consulted.
Thank you for watching our presentation on matters pertaining to conscience. Please subscribe and offer your comments. Produced by Sheepdog and Shepherd, aka M. Gilbert Steiner, author of The Short Man of Nuremberg.